Welcome back, everybody. Jaybone here for Smash This Podcast. To my left, your right, Mr.
My name is Greg, the
Slowpoke.
Today is a lot of firsts for me.
The Slowpoke.
The Slowpoke. It's the first time I'm doing Twitch, first time I'm doing YouTube, first time I'm wearing a bra, and this is because of sweet old Melissa Santos, and thinking like, hey, maybe it worked for her. This could work for us here. I don't know. This could help out Jaybone here. I don't know. I picked up the color blue for Jaybone, so I know it's what he likes. And luckily, my wife let me wear this.
Well, we're either going to get a lot of views or we're going to get a lot of unfollows. But either way, I'm
we can figure it out.
We'll
find out pretty quickly.
We'll take it a minute at a time here, folks. I've talked about this gentleman before. He is the one that made the Shark Boy mask, the homemade Shark Boy mask, and also the suicide mask that Trent has.
As well as the championship belt for Kalon.
Ah, yes. Yes. Kalon's belt. His scumbag of scumbag titles that he wears oh so proudly. So, thanks for joining me here tonight, dude. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. I got to enjoy a great pay-per-view.
So before, okay, well, that's a good start. Before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this, as I like to say, what was your first impression of watching AAW Pro out of Chi-Town?
So this is my first AAW, definitely. Really great talent. Like, they bring in a lot of guys from Impact, which is why I was interested in watching. But even the guys I never heard of before were really good in the ring. There were some matches I could have lived without, but altogether, it was good to see different guys, and definitely guys I would like to see more of in the future. But it was definitely a really well-run show. Like, there were people in the stands, not many, but they did have people there. And it's definitely one of the better indies that you could end up watching compared to other indies that are out there. It's one of the more professional looking ones.
I'm learning more and more that there is an absolute rich history in AAW. You look in the background, you look at the backdrops that they have there, there is some significant names that carved their way through the industry in this company. Names like Tommaso Ciampa, Seth Rollins, so many others.
And you know what? It makes sense because of Chicago, which is a very wrestling heavy area. Like, I think I even saw Chris Hero back there. Like, that area, it makes sense to have a big historied indie promotion there that gets good names and they become bigger.
Oh yeah, and I don't know how many more shows they're doing this year, but I feel like their comeback has been well done. I've watched all these shows. This is the third one. The fourth one's coming up on December 10th. I'll absolutely be watching that one as well. We'll get to some names that they've previewed for that a little later on.
They're just doing pure like this type of pay-per-view style shows, right? They're not running a weekly. They're not doing anything online other than these big shows, correct?
No, this is it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They're doing the every other week thing. Yeah. Which is what they used to do, I think.
Is it? Okay, I didn't think they ran that many. Or I thought they ran more smaller shows.
Yeah, I don't know. there's so many companies in Chicago, but I'd say this one absolutely has shined as of recently. Got to see some familiar faces in this environment tonight. That was faces like Larry D and AC baby, Ace Romero. We'll get to that match a little later. It brought me back memories from being there a year ago, you know. All right, so AAW Alive 3 kicks off here with Ace Perry versus Braden Lee, who has the saying, all gas, no brakes. And I that one stuck out to me. I was like, oh man, that's good. I'm going to write that down.
It would be better if he was like a big fat guy and just says all gas, no brakes. But for him, it makes sense as well. Just be like, hey, it's all gas because he's just farting all over the place. It's fine. That's his finisher.
Right. Yeah. And it's just because he's got his foot on the gas is what it is. Yeah. As opposed to flatulence. Comical though, Braden comes out with the water bottle shaped like he's like
the shake, wake, water pump. Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is also when I thought I witnessed Bill in the crowd. We come to realize it was not him, but Bill is everywhere. So he is a sneaky man, that man.
I wouldn't have been shocked. I mean, the guy's really making towns this summer, and the condition that the country's in, it's absolutely amazing. He's all over the place, but but I'm pretty sure he's down in Florida for a couple more shows the rest of this week, and that's why he was down there. We saw him last night in AAW Dynamite singing the praises of Jericho. Caught a picture of him there, so that was cool to see him. But yeah, I was like, holy crap, is that him in the front row?
Talking about Jericho, totally different company, I know. I saw the video of the video game again. They made Jericho really fat. Like, I would be pissed if I was him. They did not make him look good.
It's all preliminary, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. That his neck was like
he massive. Had some girth. Yeah. No neck
2J. I mean, crazy. All right. So this, what did you think of this first match? This is Ace Perry versus Braden Lee.
This is my first for both of them. Ace Perry, as we were watching it, you pointed out the music, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know the musician's name, but it's that Russian.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the most obnoxious pop songs out there, yeah.
It is, and it reminds me purely of The Fifth Element, which I love. But I just look at Ace Perry, I'm like, this guy looks like Raven if he was happy-go-lucky, kind of like when he was doing that flamingo gimmick. And also like Luke Perry's kid, Jungle Boy. It's like a split between the two of them. So I kind of liked that look.
Yeah.
The water shake wake thing, I had no idea what that was about. Like, it was just there. And I was like, that's a cool little thing. I didn't know it existed. Must be difficult to lift water. I don't know. But that was there. I was kind of hoping he'd use it as a weapon.
His moves were impressive nonetheless. Yeah, I enjoyed this match. It was a good opener. A short match. This one only, I don't think it even ran. Some what?
We got clean. We got butt crack at the end. They pulled the Shawn Michaels. He pulled the trunks. You guys see a little butt. It was
butt cleavage. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, did Melissa Santos like do a run-in or something? Did we? No. So Ace Perry gets what's that?
Definitely a good match. Great way to start it off. The classic, most dangerous move in all of wrestling, the roll up to win it. He pulled the trunk. But no, it was definitely high flying. The crowd, being what they were a little quiet throughout the show. They did pick it up near the end, but this was, I remember hearing them a few times, and like crowd size, literally what, 30 people?
I think 24 max, honestly.
So it's not like they can make that much noise, but like you would barely hear the clap. But during that match, they did hype out.
Yeah, it's a rough time for crowds in Chicago. I mean, they're very limited. They literally just were told they were just giving us a stay home order. Obviously, I don't think it's under an absolute like martial law thing, but it's when it's recommended from the mayor. Yeah, I think it's you got to take it a little more seriously. We'll see what people do. I know people around this neck of the woods are not taking it seriously at all, and the numbers are very, very unfortunately evident of that. But anyways, Ace Perry comes up with the win here against Braden Lee. Good short first match. Now things really start to I'm just reading the chat here. Start to heat up here. We got Trey Lamar making his debut against the returning Myron Reed. Myron Reed being one of my favorites when I used to watch MLW. Hasn't changed his look at all. Looked exactly the same kind of like I don't know, some kind of riot gear or whatever he used to wear.
He's got the D'Lo Brown chest pad.
Yeah, it's just funny seeing it on a yeah. There you go. The D'Lo Brown reference. Good match between these guys. I hear a lot of things about Trey Lamar. I think I expected a faster match out of this one. This one seemed real slow and methodical.
Mm-hmm. The first, I don't say the match lasted 10 minutes. I'd say the first 7 were just really slow, but at the end, it just went like a match.
Yeah, it picked up at the end. I mean, either way.
So when they were talking about Trey Lamar's background in training, they mentioned Gargano, they mentioned Alex Shelley, they mentioned Bob Backlund. So I'm like, so the guy's trained a lot, and he's been around a lot of big names. But they also were talking about how these guys had a best of 5 series going on, but it was the first time they faced each other in AAW, but this was the 4th time out of the 5. So is that a storyline that's just in the independent world and not just AAW? Or is it just like, these guys have a history?
It might be one of those traveling ones. You know, they might have some beef online too that they're trying to keep a storyline going. That I'm not sure of. I was a little confused by that myself. But nonetheless, they did put on a good match. And I give anyone credit that has to get put in a situation where you face each other a handful of times or more, you know, because you got to try to keep it fresh. You got to try to keep it original. You got to try to keep the fans interested in each of those matches. And for this one, it certainly kept my attention. It was a little slower than I thought it was going to be, but it was still a very good match.
Now, it might have seemed even slower because of the first match. That first match was very fast. So, like, I thought it was slow too, but maybe because that first was quicker, it made us think this one was even slower because of that. A little reverse psychology.
Yeah, there you go. So Myron Reed comes off with the win here, but I have absolutely no doubt we'll see these guys again somewhere soon in the Chi-Town area. Next, we get ladies.
Yeah, and the finishing moves were great. Like that Bloody Sunday move that Lamar had was nice. Myron Reed's dive from the stage that turned into a cutter / like stunner move, like fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Now that you bring that up, yes, that was fantastic. Yeah, reminded me why I am a fan of Myron Reed's. Have you watched his stuff in MLW at all?
Minimal. Most of the MLW I watch is like random matches. I very rarely make it through a whole show.
Okay.
A lot of these names are names I'll recognize the names, but I haven't necessarily seen a ton of, for the exception of the Impact guys and Mance, of course.
Okay. So watching this match, does it make you want to watch MLW to see more of Trey? I mean,
depending on who it's against. Yes, okay. I would watch more MLW, but it would have to be the correct opponents. I wouldn't want to just sit there and watch any match that he's in. It would have to be against someone I would recognize.
There's a lot of new faces in that company, so but there's also a lot of new faces that are that we're familiar with. Like TJP is making his debut there. So maybe if it was
bloody, he's all over the place.
He's New Japan, Impact, MLW.
It's gonna get a reputation.
You might catch something. No, I was kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh, but like if we see TJP versus Myron Reed, shut up and take my money. Seriously, that would be amazing.
That would be a great
love to see that. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in MLW's return. I believe it's next week. Don't quote me on that. I gotta check the date. I might check it out. I don't know. We'll see. I've been a little funny on them lately.
MLW is like Ring of Honor to me. Every now and then, but never anything consistent.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I did watch it very consistently for a while, but I just I got soured on it.
Jim Cornette.
Several reasons. He was kind of one of them, yeah.
Yeah. He is for most people.
Yeah. Like, I could take him in doses, but it depends on the content, too. Like, if he's talking about historical stuff, he's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if it's commentary or something that's...
I thought him with NWA was going to be like the perfect match, and it just did not work.
Oh.
Just like NWA.
Yeah, they're they've had a rough year, to say the least. Good start, lousy year.
Yep.
All right, we continue here. We got a tag match with the ladies. We got Hyan and Sierra. Great to see Sierra back. Sierra being from my neck of the woods, Milwaukee.
I know it's not her, but I have to say it's Sierra.
Because it rhymes with
Kiera. It's Trenty's show. Gotta represent him somehow.
Yeah, there we go. Versus Christy Janes and Sky Blue. Now, a couple weeks ago, we saw Sierra versus Sky Blue in a good match. So I'm glad we can see both of these back with even more ladies in the mix. What was your thoughts on this ladies tags match?
Didn't love it, honestly. Didn't Sky Blue impress me. She definitely showed off her best asset. Her trunks were special. But there was one point in the match where, like, I don't know, I think it was Hyan. She was just pulling Sky Blue's hair, like, all over the place, like, violently. And I'm sitting there just watching, like, I don't have hair, but I know that hurts. You can't fake pulling people's hair. That, like, no. it was very rough. And that's the one where I was like, okay, so she'll take a beating.
It was, and they made reference to some really classic names like Moolah, and they were tossing each other around like classic women's style, and I really appreciated that. Like, without the reference, I don't think I would have gotten it. But as soon as they mentioned that, I was like, "Oh my god, that's great!" You know, if that's what it's from, yeah.
The ending, I was a little confused on with that because I don't know if the camera just didn't catch it. I did not see any tag for that finish. So like Sky Blue went down and did the pin. I have no idea if she was the legal person or not.
Okay.
And I don't know if I just missed it. I don't know if that's just the way the match went. Like, I don't know.
I missed a couple parts of the match, and unfortunately, that was one of the parts I missed as well. Like, all of a sudden, I looked up from what I was doing, and it was over, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, it did not. It was not a squash, but it was not a super long match.
Yeah.
Later on in the show, it did like progress some other stories in the future because they did mention a singles match with Sky Blue again. But yeah, of the four, Sky Blue was definitely the one to stick out to me.
Yeah, I felt like they all did a pretty good job.
Definitely from Brazil, based on her gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that's a name that's been tossed around by Impact Wrestling fans as well, as far as someone they'd like to see on the roster. I see that name get brought up a lot. And I think she's had a couple matches with Impact or AEW
Explosion.
Or both, possibly.
Well, AEW had that tag tournament recently, so I would not be surprised at all if she was somehow in that. And people get thrown into AEW Dark like crazy.
If it was anything, I think it was Dark. It could have been last year. I don't know. But I've been seeing her name tossed around more and more. So, but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this match. Great to see Milwaukee represented here. Sierra, I thought looked good. She's been wrestling for quite a few years, but she's also only just 21. So it's
I was gonna say
fun.
They did mention like multiple of people started at 19, so it was like that was definitely just they're still learning, they're still very young, but they've had multiple careers already.
Yeah, well, Sierra, I saw a handful of years ago. She's been in the ring like a while.
It always kills me when these wrestlers are like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to start being professional at like 16, at 18." When I'm that age, like I'm working at Target. I'm
right,
like backroom inventory guy. Like I'm not like, "Oh, I'm going to make a career." No, not happening.
So you didn't want to do that, hey?
No, I'm too fat and lazy. I'll sit there like I'll rather get diabetes, man. I'm good with that.
Hey, you made it here.
Yeah.
So Chrissy Janes and Sky Blue pick up the win here, but I have absolutely no doubt this is just going to heat up this ladies division as part of this company's comeback even more while waiting for the champion to return, which, by the way, is Statlander.
Yeah. Now, they don't still have an ETA for her, do they?
No, I think I read something somewhere. Yeah, she really has. Since this past spring, I believe. Since all this mess started. I think she was hoping for January, but we'll see.
Part of me is blown away that they haven't just had her drop the title, because she's been around. Like, a vacancy for that long. Granted, they're not putting on as many shows as they normally would.
Right. And they were,
It's still a major vacancy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the shows were off for a long time and they've had other ladies fill in nicely. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, she'll be back. I mean, I think it's pretty honorable what they're doing with her. They're giving her a chance to get better and then come back strong. So we'll see what happens.
But even just take it away and then have her come back to whoever's champion and be like, you never beat me. And self-made match right there.
Oh yeah, that is a classic one as well that we've seen in the past. Yeah.
And Hakeem sitting there saying that Trey Lamar needs to get signed by Impact for the X division. 100%. I'm totally on board with that, especially with the Rascals leaving.
Oh yeah, it's certainly
3 X division guys.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're losing.
You're losing them. You're losing TJP. You're losing Chris Bay. So then, like, I love Rohit as champion, but he has to beat someone.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Chris Bay's going anywhere.
He's going to be in Japan.
Well, he is, but he's not. He's representing Impact still.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Elijah, yes, I do know I am awesome. Yeah, I am fantastic.
That's why I brought him here. If you didn't come in here early, show them what you were wearing. We were trying to pull in some big
Melissa Santos inspired blue bra.
Yeah, we were trying to pull in some big numbers. This is what you missed,
boys. If you're nice, I'll put it on at the end too.
There you go. There you go.
Give something for Jaybone to sleep on.
I'll tell you what. You cheer some decent bits, I'll have him wear it the rest of the show.
Oh, thanks. Such a sacrifice from you, Jaybone.
Hey, I do what I can, you know. It's rough me being over here with all my clothes on, you know.
I wasn't sure if Twitch would get upset with the cleavage. I know they have some rules against that, but I don't know if it's the same for men.
It's nipple.
Oh, is that it? Okay. So no ice cubes, no making them hard. They're good.
No Slowpoke nipple. No. Dear God, where's this show going? All right, so we continue. We attempt to continue, anyways. Fred Yehai versus Jake something. Yep. Oh my God! So seeing Freddie Yehai come back to wrestling like this, and I know he's been doing some Ring of Honor stuff, and I've seen some of it, and it has been great. But man, he shines on this stage, and it reminds me why I became a fan of his in Evolve years ago. We're talking 2016, 2017, whatever it was. Back in the Flow Slam days. I don't know if anybody out there watched Flow Slam.
That sounds like a 70s porn. Just saying, Flow Slam. Yeah, that's 70s porn right there.
It's
mustaches and everything.
It was roller skating, breakdancing, porn. No. So Fred Yehai versus Jake something. I knew this one was going to be a knockdown, drag out fight. And there was some shenanigans in here with Karam and Hakeem coming in. Hakeem with that knee strike.
He is on point with that every time. I have yet to see him miss with that.
It's unbelievable. And it certainly upset Jake. And that, Jake tries to get a receipt later. So as much as I wanted to see a clean win out of these two, it was not to be. But the match itself still was amazing. And Fred Yehi selling.
The baby walk?
I'm almost falling over, but not quite. It was I loved it. I'm not making fun of him. Just because everybody has their own way to sell stuff. It was almost reminiscent of Triple H, that, and I think most people would know what I'm talking about, when somebody super kicked or did something to Triple H, and he just kind of hung backwards for like 5 minutes and then finally fell over. Your thoughts?
Me, number one match of the night by far. Loved this match. I love Jake Diener. I like Jake something more. The Diener brothers are great, but Jake something as a solo has something. He's good. Maybe he'll need a mouthpiece or someone else just to give him that more pizzazz, but fantastic. Fred Yehi, first time, very impressed. I liked him. I did have a couple of things. So I don't understand why Impact does this with Jake something. And same thing with Rohit Raju. Why do the two names? I hate that. He's Hakeem Zayn here. He's Rohit Raju at Impact. He's Jake something here. He's Jake Diener there. That is just a personal pet peeve. Not the end of the world, though.
As in, why does Impact do that?
Yeah, just let them use, like, the Diener brothers. Okay, like, have Jake something use Jake Diener. Like, it could still work. He could still do the same stuff and still have that Diener brothers gimmick and not be comedy. Like, he can still do it. I think they hurt themselves by doing that.
Yeah, because some fans obviously would get confused by that, but
like, even social media, I think Hakeem Zayn goes by Hakeem Zayn. He does not have one for Rohit Raju. I don't know what Jake does. I'm assuming he's Jake something on social media.
I think he's just Jake.
Just Jake? Okay.
No, I'd have to look. I think it is Jake something. He's
so
Jake
that's just
something all over the indies, yeah.
That's a personal issue that I have. But in terms of hard hitting, absolutely. How many times did Fred just smack the crap out of Jake something? The fact that his chest wasn't beat red blew me away. Extremely physical, a lot of punches. Even like at one point, Yehi had the Koji clutch, and then he's just like punching him in the head while he's doing it.
Yeah, like trying to get him to.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, you can't control that. There are going to be live shots there. That hurts. That's crappy.
And that's a sensitive. That's a sensitive part right there. You know, it's not like the hardest part right here. This is soft over here. You know, or some of it is at least.
Maybe his hair and beard pad it, but I don't know. Like that's just very physical. Definitely the best match of the night.
Oh yeah.
Hated the finish because I wanted it to be clean. So I do agree with you with that. I wanted it clean. I get why it happened.
Yeah, and it's because there's several. Right. Yeah, there's a lot of names at the top of the company. One of them is Jake. One of them is Hakeem. We saw that tonight. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of guys that all have their eyes on each other.
Yeah.
To be on top. So yeah.
But Jake as a solo would definitely work. Like if they were to break up the Diener brothers, like I would be fine with Jake something on his own in that company.
Oh yeah.
He would find a place and he would work. Fred, I would love to see over. And I know he's not around anymore, but I was just thinking, like, if Fred was ever in the ring with Elgin, that back thing, the back spasm, like, selling that he'd do would be the whole match. It would be fantastic. It'd just be, like, walking around, look like he needs a holding in a bathroom break. Like, fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Fred would definitely have some great matches in that locker room. Depending on how hardcore he'd want to go, I think him and Sami Callihan would be able to put on some great matches too.
Yeah.
Like,
Fred versus Sami, take my money.
Fred versus Sami, Fred versus Lee Mack, Fred versus Moose. Fred versus Moose is money.
I'm not sure if Fred is signed by Ring of Honor. I know he was part of the Pure Championship.
They had a lot of guys for one-offs for that tournament. A lot of one-offs for that tournament.
Yeah. And I know that his former tag team partner was part of that too, Tracy Williams. He's been in Ring of Honor for a bit now. So I don't know if they're going to bring him in or not. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I've been watching a little Ring of Honor lately. I mean, it's more so just for the wrestling, because that's one thing they do well is the wrestling.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a fan of storylines or that they do or whatever. But
I'd even say they probably have the best announce crew in wrestling right now at this
Rick Cabani's good. I think he's all right.
In terms of pairings, in terms of the way they sound, like I'd say that's the best group.
Okay. Oh, Zach Bonifer gave me an update on the whole stay-at-home thing. Chicago's issue stay-at-home advisory. No, that starts Monday. Okay, so.
Okay, so you're safe if you go out this weekend, but like the Monday, no. You got to get sick on the Monday.
Right. Why they wouldn't just say it immediately, whatever.
Exactly. Does that give people last chance to hit the bar? Who knows?
Because the COVID virus goes, oh, so what are we going to do Monday now, guys? Come on.
Exactly. It's looking at the calendar. It's going like, man, we really got to do something on Monday. Like weekends, let people just party, let them do what they want. But like weekdays, we got to mess up that work week.
COVID's going to have to step up their shit. Seriously. I mean, well, let's
work
just
weeks, man. Lazy.
Let's just hope that COVID-19 gets booked better after Monday. Let's see what happens.
Now, I just wish it was COVID-20. Like, it's 2020. Let's make it 20. Why 19? I never understood why I got that number.
I have no idea.
The 19th version? Like, I never got that. Like, make it the year. Do it like the same way we do hurricanes.
Oh, because that's when they discovered the pandemic, was in 2019.
Is that what it was? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So they did do it by year. It just lasted the whole damn year.
We got it several months later. It's because the people that discovered it couldn't keep it under wraps and couldn't, to take care of this shit. They had, they were very lazy with that. So.
First day of COVID, when it was spreading in China, I was actually in Vegas. My initial reaction, because that's when everyone was calling it the coronavirus.
Yeah.
I went down to the bar and I bought Coronas. I was like, hey, happy Corona Day. And lo and behold, a year later, it's still Corona Day.
Little did we know it was going to absolutely throw the planet in the toilet. By the way,
TMS 1976. I know this was a while ago. I am Melissa. Don't mute me, but I am Melissa. I'm better. I'm sure I have more curves. They were just like a big gut and a big butt. But I got more curves.
Oh my God. Impact may have Melissa. I've got a Slowpoke. So
I'm cheaper.
I'll send you a couple of these in the mail. So Freddie A. beats Jake something. Great match. Some shenanigans in the end, which does carry on to the end of the show. What's up, Matt Spain? How you doing? Good to see you. Now, this next one. AAW Tag Team Championships on the line. The Besties returning versus the defending Ace Austin and Madman Fulton in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Shocker, it went to the third pin.
Absolute shocker.
Blown away. Never saw that happen.
It's very rare that you see it taken care of in 2. It happens every great once in a while. I believe I saw it once this year. Don't ask me where I saw it, but I know I saw it at least once this year, and I was absolutely blown away by it.
Like, if anyone ever just did a 2-0, like, whole audience would be like, what the hell just happened? What is this? That's not allowed. It's 3, not 2, 3.
Yeah. So otherwise,
it's
it's
a
just
good thing
a regular.
you spit out, like, TMS, again, you spit out Sam Adams. Good. First thing, you're drinking winter way too soon. Sam Adams is garbage. You gotta drink beer, drink something good. And I'm from Boston. Like, that stuff is gross. The only good Sam Adams is summer shandy. Oh, not even. It's the summer ale, whatever the hell they call it.
I like the Lining. I like the Leinenkugels.
Leinenkugel is fantastic. That's my jam.
I believe it's made in Wisconsin.
Is it?
I think it is.
Which one's made in Ohio? I'm literally going to Ohio tomorrow. I am moving to Ohio tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know. Is that Bush country?
Is it? I wasn't sure if it was Coors or like.
Oh, wait. St. Louis is Budweiser.
Yeah. Coors is in Denver, but I think they own a brewery in Ohio.
Well, Coors is with Miller now. And that's owned by some dude in Africa. But Milwaukee is still Brew City. Anyways, we continue. I don't know. We're just all over the place with this. All right, so your thoughts on this tag team match between Ace Austin and Madman Fulton versus the returning Besties.
First time I've ever seen the Besties. I want to know who had the gimmick first, the Besties or the Best Friends, because it is like copyright infringement, other than the hugs. Instead of hugs, they shake hands. Best entrance music ever. Savage Garden is legendary. Truly Madly Deepy. Fantastic. The only thing that would make it better would be if they did the Chicky Charicola song. Ooh, I want you. I don't know, but I feel it now. Ooh, I want it right now. That's my jam. I was listening to that in middle school. Like, still to this day, if those songs come on, I'm stopping the kids and saying, be quiet, good music's on.
I think that came out when I was in high school. I want to say like late 80s, early 90s.
Early 90s would make sense. I'm 35.
Okay, yeah.
So early 90s would make sense.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah,
now I'm going to be singing that song all day. A Chicky Charicola. But yes, great entrance. I wasn't sure if they were supposed to get the boos or not. Like, I can't tell because of that gimmick if they're heels or faces. I know they're beloved in the crowd.
Yeah.
But if your entrance theme is truly Madly Deeply in a wrestling environment, I have to think you're going to get booed. Like, just out of sheer, like, it's either metal or hip hop. It's very rarely soft.
Did you get some crazy? Yeah. Well, like
it's as if they're trolling.
AC comes out to that. Is it like a Journey song or something? I forget.
Yeah, and that was weird. Yeah. I find that odd, but even that's
and he's always come out to that. But this was triple XL, soon to be double XL. And I thought
double XL, I'm like friggin' M. Like, they're still big boys.
Oh, they are. They are. And I thought we were going to get some new music with that, but we didn't. So, and that might have jinxed. I'm guessing that jinxed, but we'll get to that match later.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was fun. I was a little surprised to see how fast the first one the first pin happened, or not
within
pin,
the
but
first minute, and they have AC tap out. Like, ugh.
yeah,
Did not like that.
Yeah, that one shocked me. I was really surprised. Like all of a sudden, first one. It's like, well, good thing it was 2 out of 3 falls, because otherwise it would have been a 1 minute squish match. Crazy. Armand's in here. What is up, dude? Who else is in
I
here?
am trolling people. Sorry. Sam Adams really does suck. So.
You can't troll from the booth, man.
I know. It's like, I just keep on seeing, like, people are defending Sam Adams. I just can't. It's just no. It's just a no. I do Rolling Rock.
I've never had Rolling Rock's good.
I would do Rolling Rock. I do Heineken. I do Boddington if you're going to go fancy. But I will not do Sam Adams.
I hear you. I hear you. Was it?
But in terms of this match, Madman Fulton, potty mouth, dropping the F-bombs.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty raw in Chi-Town with this company. Yeah.
Super potty mouth. They did on their pin, on Madman's first pin. Great. I love that off the top rope on his shoulders drop that they do.
Oh, yeah.
They have great tag team moves with the power man and the small guy. Like, fantastic. And when
their chemistry is very good.
And when Madman just tossed one of the besties out of the ring onto the stage and hit the partition thing, I so wanted that sign to fall down and just have Trent in the background just go, ah! Like he just got caught in the shower. Like, that's all I wanted. It wiggled. It almost got there, but it didn't fall.
Like, oh, there's Trent. Oh, wait, why is he naked?
Exactly. And then we get to find out the backstory. So why was he naked? It would be TNI's version of Who Shot Johnny Bravo. Why was Trent naked?
Oh, God. And does Trent still have a job in AAW? Oh, I can't wait for him to see this. And I can't even take the blame for it either. Because that was all you.
I'll take it. I'm fine with that.
Oh, Slowpoke, what am I going to do with you? All
as
right.
long as the nurse was back there too, he's safe.
Sure. Sure. We'll just throw a sure on that. 2 out of 3 falls. The champs won
ended in a Boston Crab.
Yeah, from the big guy,
Madman Fulton.
See, people look at Madman and they go, "Oh, he's just a beast, but he can't really wrestle." No, the guy can wrestle. The guy
yes,
can legit.
But should he? I don't want to see a Boston Crab from Madman Fulton. He's Madman Fulton. I want to see him chokeslam someone.
Like, once in a while, I'm good with it. I don't want to see it all the time. It's more for the holy shit. Did you see that move he just put on that guy? It's kind of like Brian Cage. I want to see power moves from him. You know?
Yes.
I don't want to see him doing topes over the top rope every 5 minutes.
That's how he injures himself. So like,
thank you.
Just be the power guy. You won't get injured as much. You might tear a neck. You might pull a Cena, but like, you're going to be 10 times more longevity if you just stop with the Lucha Underground. And I love Lucha Underground stuff.
Oh, yeah. That was priceless. It absolutely was.
But yeah, they win. It happened.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. What's that?
I think the Busties were fighting at the end. So I think they were breaking up. That's my guess.
They could be. I mean, I'm sure it was frustrating. I mean, they were several time tag champs, and this is it's been a rough year for them. You know, yeah, they do this big comeback, and you lose the titles. So you try to get them back, and you lose again. It's not.
And by the way, our man cam, I'm probably butchering that name. I 100% agree with you. Generic finishers are great. But for Madman to do a Boston Crab submission move, I would if he was just to do a big knockout punch, I'd be totally fine with that. It would be fitting. Boston Crab isn't fitting in this scenario.
But how many?
I do agree with you.
I want to say though, how many times have you seen someone do a Boston Crab and you're like, wow, that's the shittiest Boston Crab I've ever seen anyone do? They like half-assed it. This one, at least to me, looked decent from like a big guy.
Because he did the catcher's crouch instead of just standing there pulling.
Oh yeah,
it's the walls of Jericho.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't want to bend down anymore.
You can't just stand there and have his ankles up here. No, man, you gotta sit down. You gotta bend that fucker in half. I mean, that's a real Boston Crab, so that they're like legit, like passing out at the end. You know, that's like, oh my God, I'm paralyzed. Match done. You know, it's like that's a Boston Crab.
And no, the besties should not be joining Impact. Impact has too many tags. I love tag team wrestling. They have too many right now. They need more singles.
Yeah, they could use with a few more stars. I mean, they're losing a few with the Rascals.
With the Rascals leaving, that's the only thing I'd say about that is, sadly enough, there goes their jobber tag team. As much as it pains me to say that.
Well, I mean,
I love them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they had kind of a rough second half of this year where they were on a, kind of a losing streak. Trey, on the other hand,
that's because of the contract. Like Trey, they pushed a little, and I like Trey. To me, Dez is the best of the three. I love Dez.
Yeah.
But for me, in terms of jobbers with Impact right now, it's Reno Scum, it's Deaners, it's Triple XL. And I know they wouldn't consider themselves that, and they do get wins on TV.
Yeah.
But I don't put them at the same level as Machine Guns, Good Brothers, Madman, and Ace.
Oh, I hear you there.
The North. They're not that level.
No, and it's Impact's job to build them up, though, to get them to that level, you know?
And that's fine. And if they do break up the North, there will be a big opening to fill. Because both Josh Alexander and Ethan Page can both have singles runs, no problem, and still be fantastic. Like, they're both great on their own.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a crowded space when at the top, they have Callahan, who's now going into a faction. They have Moose. I don't put Eddie in that section. He's kind of there, but he was kind of the same as Trey Miguel. Like, he's there, but I don't think that's long term.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he lost his championship, so it's hard to tell like where he's going right now.
Like, EY and Rich Swann are up there now. Like, EY should stay up there. I don't want to see EY go down. Yeah. Rich Swann's the champ, so he's going to be up there, of course. But I don't I see that being a situation of once he loses that title, I can totally see him being back in X Division.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
So there's very few people that you just sit there and go, oh yeah, there's space for. Again, I know you guys bring it up all the time. Secondary belt. It makes sense.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have like something besides the X Division.
Yep. And if they want to turn that belt that Moose has as a secondary belt, I'm totally fine with that. The TNA title.
It's not a bad idea. And just give it a new name. Something.
I'm just call it the TNA title.
You can. I mean, there's nothing wrong with TNA. They do have a good legacy.
They're really promoting that part of it.
Yeah. And it's an easy way to put over the past. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So Ace Austin and Madman Fulton retain here. They get 2 out of the 3 falls. Any last minute things you want to say about this match?
Boston Crab, most lethal move in the world.
It's definitely a classic, and nothing wrong with going back to the classics. Next, we got kind of a squash match here. Now, I'm going to butcher this, so I'm going to need your help with this. Karam versus
Giassi?
Giassi.
It's a hard G. Giassi. I called him Johnny B. Bad.
He did kind of remind me of that. He had kind of that 80s charisma.
He even did that little strut. Like, I was just waiting for him to have the little shirt gun that he had in WCW. Just like shooting out shirts. Johnny B. Bad.
I think that place is too small for a shirt gun. If he shoots a shirt gun,
it'd be in the ventilation system.
It might go through the roof. Take out somebody in the front row. Oh man. I really don't have too much to say about this. It's good to see Karam get a win here. Obviously, you're trying to keep the number 1 contender because he's tied to the number 1 contender. You're trying to keep him look strong, so I understand that.
I literally wrote for notes on this match. Bathroom break. It was a match. It happened. Karam won.
Yeah. I mean, Karam's good. I just do nothing about the other guys, so I was it kind of took me out of it.
So I knew nothing about him, so I was intrigued to see, like, okay, is he going to entertain me? Am I going to like something specifically out of it? And he put in some offense, but again, it just wasn't much, and I couldn't get over the Johnny B. Bad thing. That was like the most intriguing part of it.
I hear you. And I'm sure there's more to this guy. It's just, I'd never seen him before, and he happened to have a really bad night against Karam. So,
like, if they put him in a really good 8-minute match, I'm willing to see it. I'm not going to say he was bad. He did nothing there to make me say, oh, I need to see him again.
You know what? I want to see him against Ace Perry.
Yep, that could work. That would be a good one. Or
I would
even
love to see that.
If not Ace Perry, it could even be Braden Lee.
Sure.
Like, it could be either of those guys. Or even the next match, Stephen Wolf. It could be someone that is that style, and I think he would work.
Yeah. Just to see more out of him and see what he really can do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So Karam gets a win here. Now, next is kind of a bittersweet match. There is some emotion going on here. Stephen Wolf with Hyen at ringside, all the smoochies, against Trey Miguel in what looks to be his farewell match in AAW. Yep.
Definitely the most the crowd was into any match.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
heard them the whole time. They were interacting the whole time.
Yeah.
That was probably why a few of them were there.
And in a match like this, I was really thankful for the commentary team to explain to the people who maybe, like myself and you, yep, who are not aware of their relationship and their past, why this match had so much emotion to it.
Yeah.
Because these guys were a tag team and then they weren't. And it's not just Trey's last match. There's a whole backstory to it.
There's a backstory. They were the Air Force. And it was very nice that they did that. Part of me wished there was a package for that. Just
Yeah.
a quick 2-minute video package explaining that, because there's a lot of story there.
Yeah.
And they explained it as best as they could during the match. But if I knew that before the match, I would have been even more involved. And I get there's only so much time, so you pick what you can.
Right. I mean, this was a loaded card in just under a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
I mean, this literally went just as long as the last one. Like,
this was Monday Night Raw without commercials.
Yeah. And so much better.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Less acting.
Yeah. And whatever acting there was in the promos, it was 10 times better than what you saw on Raw, too. So,
yes. And no Thunderdome to give me like friggin' heart attack, stroke, seizures while I watch through Laser Show.
And a million people just drooling on screens.
Whoever thought that was a good idea, just fire that person.
Like, I thought it was great at first, but like after a few weeks, I was like,
It's so many screens. It's just so many screens. It's so distracting. You can't see anything. I prefer empty.
It is. It is. Uh-oh.
What'd you break? Uh-oh.
That was not supposed to be all caps. Trent just asked me if I was live. I'm like, I'm live now. I accidentally.
Is he naked?
All caps. Hopefully not. He's probably just leaving there, or.
Let me know before he joins. I'll put on a bra.
Would you put some clothes on, please? I'll send him the link just in case he wants to hop in. So just
stop staring, boys.
Oh no! Please stare.
And there goes the audience.
He's typing.
So yeah, Stephen Wolf.
He's going to hop in a minute.
One thing I did point out in this match in my notes: the amount of times Wolf and Hyan kissed compared to the amount of times Katie Forbes and RVD would kiss. Who kissed more during a match?
I don't know, but I just got the most disturbing pictures from our beloved fan here, Zach Bonifer.
Is it you twerking nipples?
No, it's worse.
Your body on this spot? Your face on this body?
You're close. You're getting warmer. I'm going to share this with the audience because this is too good not to share. And if I didn't, I would feel guilty about this. So we're going to do this quick before Trent gets in here.
Oh, if it's Trenty on this body.
No, it's not. It's better. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg, a.k.a. Slowpoke, on Melissa.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, just wait. Just wait.
Beard.
It's the better beard. Because this is what we saw. This is what we saw Tuesday.
With the bra. Love it.
With the bra. So for those of you who don't understand the whole, he does. He really, well, that's probably could be debated. For those of you who don't know, while I was doing the live reaction on Tuesday for TNI, and I was by myself a lot of times, this is what I was staring at, minus Greg's face.
Minus my face.
Minus Greg's face. So yeah, it was a little rough to get through a few times.
That's the most hair I've had in since ever.
Right? So there you go, Zach. I'm putting over your skills there. And anybody just coming into the show now, like Buckshot Kid, is probably like, dear God, what the hell did I walk into? It's Jaybone.
Isn't your nephew in this? I feel bad for her or him.
Paul, that's Paul.
Hopefully they're older. Not asking
No,
questions.
he's not actually my nephew.
Okay.
He's just a fan of mine from Hawaii who is on every show. He calls me uncle. Here we go. It's Trent.
Gentlemen, what's going on?
How you doing?
Whoa, Slowpoke's in here. Look at this.
Slowpoke is in here.
The
We are
legend
getting
himself.
the numbers are going up, and he is wearing the bra.
Wait, what did I miss here, Jaybone? What are we doing here?
I'm adding viewers just like Melissa Santos.
You know, I like it. I like it. This is a smart. We gotta get him on TNI, Jay. I don't want to waste these views on Smash's podcast. I need this guy. I need this guy on TNI to bring those viewers in. Very nice, Slowpoke. You are a genius. You are a marketing goddamn genius. I like it.
Zach already got photos on it, so.
Oh yeah. Just literally seconds before we brought you in here.
Yeah.
Zach already put Greg's face on Melissa Santos's body, and it's the most hilarious, disturbing stuff. So I actually shared it on here.
Very nice. Well, I am here at 115 Bourbon Street. Alive 3 concluded. Everybody, we just packed everything up. Everything's good. Review of the show so far. What do you guys think so far? How was that?
That was fun.
Very good show. We were hoping to see you when the station falls over to catch you naked backstage. Just going.
Wait. Let's say
Did not happen.
It is paid.
Did not happen.
You're only paying $13, and for $13, you're not going to get that kind of content, my friend. I'm sorry, but no, it went great tonight. Everything was real hot. A lot of cool stuff came out of tonight. So it was a fun show, real fun show tonight.
Oh, explain it. What was the mask that the Bear Country were wearing?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. However, speaking of Bear Country, one of the members of Bear Country grew up with our very own scumbag Kyle, and I got some information about our very own scumbag. He told me. I said, "Now tell me the truth. Is he truly the big piece of shit that he claims to be? Is he really that bad? The way he sells this gimmick to us all the time, is he really as bad as he says?" He goes, "No, dude." He goes, "No, dude, he's like a real nice guy. He was such a nice kid growing up in high school." And I'm like, what a fucking piece of shit. What a lying sack of shit. He goes, "No," he always says he's a real bad guy, but he's really not a bad guy. He's a nice guy. And I'm like, you see that? Selling us a false narrative, guys. Control your narrative.
I was hoping you're going to say that he owes him like $50.
Maybe.
Just be like, oh, that's he must be $50.
Well, guys, I got to run. I just wanted to check in and say hello. Definitely hello to all the viewers, listeners, too. Slowpoke, very nice to meet you, Greg. Thank you for all you do for us, too, by the way.
Nice to meet you as well.
We need to get you on TNI. Will you come on TNI one day?
You too. Had a good night.
Yeah. Let's get him on TNI, Jay. We need to get him on
I'm
TNI.
always at the watch-alongs.
Yeah, we got to get you in, man. We're going to get you in one of these days.
We'll get you in there, man.
With the bra.
I'll get a different bra.
With the different bra. We can't repeat bra.
something shiny. You know?
I picked blue for Jaybone, but we can get something shiny or floral for everyone else.
I like it. Thank you to all who ordered the show tonight. I'm excited. Think good things coming. A lot of good new names here tonight. Fun stuff. Some Impact talent really got over tonight. It was really cool. So I'm glad you guys watched it, enjoyed it. Continue to talk about it. Put me over, please. Continue to put me over. Jaybone, I want you to sell me for the next 8 minutes on this show. I want you to put me over for the next 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
I'll work on that.
I appreciate it. I'll be watching. Thank you very much, brother.
You bet. Thanks for stopping in, Trey. Great show.
Bye.
See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, Trent from TNI, the anchor, the host with the most. We lost 5 watchers. Well, I'm going to blame Zach for that one.
The photo scared him off.
It could be. No, well, that's all right. They come in and out, you know. It's all right. We're just having fun. We gotta keep it interesting. We gotta shake it up because it's good shit. All right, where were we?
Stephen Wolf versus Trey Mcgowan. Anything specific in the match?
Yes. Trey Miguel's farewell match. This was a great back and forth between these two. Stephen Wolf with all the smooches to high end, you know, there's that going on. And I mean, she's obviously the most loved person in the room, at least during that match. Steven,
now, the one thing I noticed, Wolf's finisher, that weird cutter move, that's fantastic. I love that move. I don't know what it's called. Fantastic move.
I gotta watch that back again. But just like in classic wrestling style, when someone leaves in their last match, they lose.
Yep.
So Trey did not come off with a win here.
Nope.
And
nor should he have.
No, I mean he's leaving, you know. So it's a bummer. It's it just depends on the situation. I've seen some people win their last match and then they leave, they go out on top or whatever. But look, I think Trey, no matter where he goes, he's moving on to bigger and better things.
Yep.
And he's
Supposedly
one of the
north.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know if it's a done deal yet, but that I'm hearing little things too. So, hey, he's still one of the hardest working people in Impact Wrestling over the last few years as the company has evolved. And
next week's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I can't wait for next week. The fact that they're going out, wrestling the champ in a no names versus names match or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot of fun
versus no names.
Yeah. So yeah, and I don't know if this is his last indie match, but it's the last one in AAW. Yeah. For now,
I think I just became Auntie. I think Paul just called me Auntie.
No, you're not. No, you're not
okay.
Auntie. Auntie is Mrs. Jaybone, and he always asks how Mrs. Jaybone is doing. He calls Mrs. Jaybone Auntie.
Just making sure.
Damn it, Slowpoke. Just got weirder. I didn't think it was going to get weirder, but it just got weirder. It's all right.
That's how I roll.
It's all right. Yeah, it's how the whole show rolls sometimes, you know. Auntie is doing well. She's okay. She's in bed. Thank you, nephew. So Trey takes the L here and does a lap around the ring, giving some love to everyone, letting them give love back to him. Takes a bow in the ring and says a few words to the camera I didn't catch. But so yeah. Any last thoughts on Trey's last match in AAW?
Not on that. This was the first time I saw Stephen Wolf, and he's good. He can definitely put on a match.
Yeah.
So
he's got charisma. Charisma.
He's someone I could see coming very soon anywhere. Honestly, he could fit in pretty anywhere.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And no, I can't come to Sunday dinner. I don't live close enough, Paul.
The Sunday dinner is what we call the Sunday show, the Impact.
Oh, the
Impact Plus weekly one. Yeah.
I've never heard it reference that, and I've listened to that show countless times.
It's what KL started calling it, like when we would all show up on it, and then all of a sudden, like his shift changed again, and he hasn't been on a show in weeks. So, trying to get everybody together for Sunday dinner is like impossible now. Yeah. Armand, you're welcome for the code, man. I'm glad we were able to give it out for someone to actually use, because the last one didn't get used. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't know what happened with that, but hey, glad you won it. Glad you were able to use it. Hopefully you enjoyed the show as well. Oh, CM is just the middle name and the last name initials, but no rings. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So farewell to Trey. Next, we have a banger of a tag team match here. Oh,
came out of nowhere.
Had no clue. Like, I was really excited to see Triple XL. I did not think they were going to lose here.
I found my new tag team in Bear Country. The only thing I want these guys to do is to grow out the chest hair, grow out the back hair, and be bear.
I'm not sure how you do that. I mean, obviously,
I want them to do that, and I want them to wear those masks in the match, because those masks, I could not figure out what they were, and those things were sick. I love those things.
They looked creepy. They looked like rusty. They looked nasty. They looked, I don't know. I have no clue.
Wrestling those things, you're going to scare kids all day. Loved it.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I'd have never seen anything like that before. It almost looked like a deranged version of like one of those collegiate masks.
Okay, I can't do the bra anymore. I'm taking the bra off. Is anyone going to complain about that?
You can take it off. You have my permission.
Okay.
It's all good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Were you starting to get that underarm like rub?
It was like, I don't know how people do that. That stuff's tough.
Yeah,
like I even cut some, and it's still weird. I fill up the cup.
Hey, not everybody can. Compliments to you, Greg. Yeah.
For me, Triple XL exists, but I'm not like a huge fan of their wrestling. I don't sit there and say, "Oh, I want to see a Triple XL match." I respect Larry D and AC Romero, but I don't think anything special of them.
Okay.
Bear Country, even just before they went in the ring, just walking to the ring with a mask, I was like, I like these guys. They're
that
big
presence.
dudes.
Yeah, that back room, like dingy
it's
look.
Just a walk. Yes. The smallest guy in the ring was 275 pounds. Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, Bear, I know I said early in the show, I don't want any more tag teams at Impact. Not if it's Bear Country. If it's Bear Country, I'm all for it. Yeah. I want the Bear Country, and I want the Deaners together, and I want them to be Deliverance. One guy wears a pig mask. The other two wear that weird mask that they're wearing. Just call them like the hunting group, and they'll just go out and massacre everyone. It would be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. We just lost Motor City Machine Guns. We're about to lose the Rascals. And by sometime early next year, we're probably going to lose the North. So that's 3 tag teams gone in Impact Wrestling right there.
Bear Country is the size of all 3 of them put together.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was certainly impressed. They had matching gear. You know, they weren't just guys that were wearing
were a team.
Coveralls. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they looked like a grungy version of the Nasty Boys.
Yep. And then they did that like double cannonball move.
Oh my God.
Guys that size should not do that. And I forget if it was Larry D or AC that took the hit, but like if you put a regular sized person in there,
I'm pretty sure it was Larry.
You're like busting a spine.
Yeah.
You need some girth to take that thing.
Yeah, like I see Kevin Owens do that all the time, and I love it.
Yeah, but he just did it on his own. They did it together. That's like 600 plus pounds.
And to have the strength and the ability to flip over with the other guy on you.
Mm-hmm.
What the?
I wouldn't even want to practice that, like in a foam ring, let alone do that in a hard ring. No.
I'd break my neck.
Mm-hmm. But no, huge. I will follow Bear Country. Definitely.
No, I mean we didn't. Okay, so no, we didn't lose them, but we're not gonna see Motor City Machine Guns wrestle together for a while until until Shelley's better, is what I'm saying. He's not gone, but he is injured. He's legit injured. So I'm not putting a time
around the ring. He's just not even. He might do a promo. That's about it.
Yeah. So, but I'm very excited to see what we're going to get out of Chris Sabin and sorry about your damn luck on Saturday. Mr. James Storm, for those who didn't catch that.
If you put James Storm with, no, I don't. I like James Storm as a single. Keep him single. Don't keep him single. Okay, keep him single. Unless you're bringing back Rude, keep him single. Don't tease me with beer money. Unless he joins the Deaners
someday.
Rude leaving WWE.
Yeah, I think it'll happen someday.
I think it would happen, but it would be too late. They'll all be old.
Well, we'll see. I mean, this is a weird time. I mean, look, they were signing everybody to 5-year, 6-figure, 7-figure deals, and all of a sudden they cut like almost half their roster. So I'm not assuming anything, but when you cut almost half your roster and half the people in your company, anybody's on the table at this point.
True.
So I mean, I think he's doing okay right now. He literally just came back. I'm happy to see Rude have the success he's having now. I'd love to see him have more.
His best success to me was NXT with the WWE.
Oh yeah. Him being NXT champ was priceless to me.
Then the second they brought him up, they just destroyed him.
Yeah, it's like they gave him the great entrance, and they didn't know what else to do with him.
Yep. He became Fandango. He became No Way Jose. He became just another Adam Rose, just an entrance guy. Good TV for an entrance. And then nothing. No story, nothing.
Yeah. Rude had a solid U.S. title run. You know what? I don't even remember.
They change titles so often there. Who knows? And that U.S. title is all over the place. That's another slut. It's just everywhere.
Well, it's getting in the ring against the IC titles pretty soon, too. So,
are they going to merge the two because they have 18 titles?
No, it's just bragging rights. That's all it is. So it's Survivor Series is kind of just slutted up in that way. They don't know what else to do.
Yeah, it's like, we're blue versus red.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was one of the worst pay-per-views I ever went to in my life. Survivor Series, Randy Orton versus The Big Show was the main event.
Oh, dear God.
Tables, ladders, and chairs. And steps and stairs. Like, awful. And Bret Hart kicked me out of my seat, so I was pissed. So it was me and 4 of my buddies and my wife.
Okay.
And it was at the TD Garden. And they have the table set up for like the symposium. Like they're just going to have like legends and stuff talk between matches.
Okay.
And where they set up the desk was where my seat was. So there was like 6 rows they got rid of just for this one table set up in the middle of this arena. So we got our seats moved and I got like a crappier seat because of it. So I was pissed. And then I look over, it's Bret Hart. I was like, who are you, Bret? Why are you taking my seat?
Damn.
I was like, yeah, Bret Hart took my seat, jerk.
Heel move there. Jeez.
But like they have an entire arena, they have boxes, but no, you can't take that. You have to take the seats randomly in the middle. Like dumb. Very
That's
dumb.
Crazy.
But yeah, worst pay-per-view ever. I don't even remember what year. It was just god awful.
Worse than December to Remember?
Yes, because it was so unmemorable that other than that main event, which is a terrible main event, I can't tell you what happened at that show.
I couldn't either. They all just kind of get fuzzy after about a week.
I lived in Woburn, I lived in Somerville, I lived in Northborough, I currently live in Sharon, and I'm moving to Ohio. But, and this is for Armcam, again, I messed up your name, I'm sorry. This pay-per-view was probably 8 years ago now. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Because I was dating my wife, so I wasn't even married to her yet. She still went to things with me.
That is pretty cool when they do that, though.
Yeah, then you get married, and then they stop going to things with you. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I'll watch Dancing with the Stars. I'm good.
Dancing with the Stars. Jiminy Christmas. You poor guy. At least watch like The Masked Singer or something. I've actually kind of
no. I can't even take those. But no, Dancing with the Stars. She'll watch like Ms. and Mrs. and Total Divas. That will be like the compromise show.
Oh, there you go.
But that'll be it. Like other than that, it's like The Bachelorette. I can't do that.
Yeah, like my wife watches the Ms. and Mrs. and Total Divas and stuff. Yeah. Which is just funny to me. All right, back to the show here. Where the hell were we? Oh yes, tag
main
team
event.
Oh well, I'm just wrapping
else
up. Just that I was surprised that Bear Country took the loss here, but I was very impressed with the match.
You mean Triple X took the loss? Bear Country won that.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Bear Country took the win. They won the match. Triple XL took the loss.
Bear Country, next tag team champs.
Man, I mean,
they'll take it off AC and Madman.
You think so?
Yep. It's through the roof with those two.
Well, I mean, certainly, I want to see another match between Triple XL and Bear Country, but I would absolutely put them in contention after beating a team like Triple XL.
I want it tomorrow. I want that match now. I want Madman versus whatever the tall dude's name was, because they're both like Branson and whatever Bear.
It was like, Bear. Okay, so the smaller of the two, and what I realized, I'm actually following the guy. Bear Bronson, and the tall one with the shorter hair was Bear Boulder.
Yeah, hate the names, but great.
Boulder.
I'm just gonna call him BB.
BB?
BB.
I wouldn't want to call him BB to his face. I mean, he's like 3 times my
Not
size.
baby, so. BB. Hey, baby, come over here. Yeah, I don't think that's going over well.
Hey, baby, good match.
Yeah, right?
Oh, you're going to die.
You can sit on me and just cave in my chest.
Right?
My B cup.
Your what?
My B cups.
Your B cups? You sure it's just B?
Yeah, that's what those were, so it fit. I can go C's.
Oh, dear God. All right, so then we get the announcement. Oh, God. We get the announcement for December 10th. Josh Alexander, Canadian Strong Style, is returning.
Canadian Strong Style, baby.
W.
Yep.
And other names like Jake Something and Freddie Ahai and ACH are going to come to this show as well. Dude,
Mm-hmm. That's a good list of guys right there.
If you're not familiar with what he pulled off this past summer, or was it springtime? It was before everything went to crap. I forget when it was, but Josh Alexander, and Trent will tell you this story too. Oh God. That's just wrong. I'm not going to show that.
What did Zach just send you?
I can't show you. I can't. It's horrible because it's you.
I'm not a regular. This is a one-time thing. I'm not planning on doing this all the time. So all these photos, I don't know.
Oh wait, that's not your face. That's Trent's face. Oh dear God. No, I can't. No.
If you put Trent's head on my body, yes. No,
it's basically what he did to you earlier, except it's Trent on another female, and I can't even say what's. No, it's so wrong.
I'm assuming not Melissa Santos.
No, it's something else. Anyways, we continue. I'll show you later. Dear God, Zach. The things we inspire you to do, it just scares the shit out of me sometimes.
His computer must just be a cesspool. Like he's on an FBI list.
Yeah. Critical Sting, don't worry. He says, I value my vision. Do not show it. I'm not. It's all good. Still love you, Zach, but damn. So yeah, loaded show for December 10th. I am going to be covering it here. Watch for the giveaway code that Trent gives out through TNI. So
no, those names that you listed, that's a lot of man meat right there. If you do half those names, that's a great show.
Oh, yeah, and you know you're going to get the champ back, and you're going to get guys like Rohit and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's going to be loaded.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, main event
They're definitely going to have some payoffs for some of the interference that they had. So.
Oh, yeah.
Hakeem, a.k.a. Rohit, Raju Zain.
Raju Zain.
Versus Mance Warner.
The AAW Big Damn Belt, whatever that is.
Yeah, did you notice that Heritage title has those two really pointy wings hanging off the back that you could like shank someone with? That is a dangerous belt. That's just like I would be scared wearing that belt.
I think it's inspired by the classic Eagle Wing belt.
But the Eagle Wing didn't stick out. That was still leather behind it. That just had gold plating sticking out like a knife.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to run at someone with it, you got to be careful you don't, like, impale them with it.
You could pull a Rey Mysterio with that thing.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Poking someone's eye out, man.
Oh, I thought you meant something else. Oh, you mean like what Rollins did to Ray?
Yes.
Okay.
Dear God. Not. I think I know where you went. That's dark, man. That's dark.
Oh, sorry. So this was a good main event.
Mm-hmm. A lot of back and forth.
Yes. Yeah. The back and forth was very good. We got some shenanigans again. So I was kind of hoping we didn't get the shenanigans, but it had to get paid off from what happened earlier. So I get it.
They had two matches with interference. I'll live with that.
What's that? Uh-oh. Did we lose Slowpoke?
Yeah, and I get that. And it also puts Jake something in the title picture with a stare down at the end. The match itself was good back and forth, classic Hakeem match. It was just a classic Hakeem match. He actually had a good amount of control throughout the match. Like, he held his own for a large portion of it. I was a little confused because it wasn't just a DQ. The second Karam comes up there, that's a DQ.
AAW is
Jake
very different.
Comes in and like helps out.
Yeah, see, in AAW, I think it's more the referee's discretion. There's no countouts, and there's no automatic DQs.
Okay.
So it's a little more Wild West-ish in AAW, which is cool. So it's not, it's not typical.
They should point that out more. As I'm watching, I'm just going like, that is just instant DQ, which would have been fine if that was the finish.
I should have said something, but yeah. I heard that. Did I hear him say that last week or the show before that when I started watching these? And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Well, so yeah, they didn't have the pads outside. It was definitely just cement floor. So they definitely had like that older school mentality.
Yeah. Yeah. The bingo hall mentality. Yeah.
Yeah.
To put a little old ECW flavor on it.
But yeah, no, they had the interference. I was a little upset I didn't see Trent as a security guard. I want to see Trent jumping into that ring. I want to see him in the middle. I want to see him breaking up Mance Warner and Jake something. Being like, no, not allowed. Cut his mic.
Well, he wouldn't be able to run out there in his towel,
That's true. That's true. That's what we would have had naked Trent.
You can't have both. You can't have both, Slowpoke. You can't have both.
One or the other. I know. Compromises.
Yeah.
So, I get that this now puts Jake something in the title picture. What's this do to Hakeem then? Is he just like done now? Or
well, he's still Heritage champ.
I know, but he was going after the main title. He was going after the big boy belt.
Yeah. And to be honest, I really wanted Rohit to win. I felt that with the build he had and the match that they had, minus the shenanigans, he absolutely would have won this.
Yeah, and he could have definitely hold his own. And there was a back and forth, but he definitely had control without Karam.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with Karam coming in for Hakeem to get the win. But then, so does this mean it's going to be Jake something versus Karam and then Hakeem? Or is this like tag team?
No,
and Jake something versus Hakeem and Karam?
I'm pretty sure Jake faced off with
he faced off with Mance.
Jake had a match with Karam last time.
So there's still unfinished business there.
In some ways, yeah.
But I just kind of feel as though Hakeem and Karam are getting pushed aside for Jake and Mance Warner, which Jake and Mance Warner will be fantastic. But I just don't want Hakeem Zayn to get nullified to secondary status when he's still extremely, like, he still has a viable chance at that big title.
Yeah.
Or at least should be.
It's still, hey, and that may come. It may end up like in a 3-way or something. It certainly
And
could.
if that happens, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If that's how they set it up. But
I'm
it's
not
just
finding.
I don't see how, like, it just seems odd to me to just kind of push Hakeem to the side like that.
No, yeah, and I don't want him to do that either. I'd love to see him as champ because what he's portraying himself at in this company
Fantastic.
is complete star power.
Yep. Great promos. Builds up to even the package before the match. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That was a great package for Mance Warner versus Hakeem.
Yeah, for those of you who watched the show and didn't see the full promo, watch the version that they put on YouTube or Twitter a few days ago because it's priceless. It gets you so pumped for this main event. And it really makes you feel like Rohit's going to take it. So, but this was a blast to watch. Great to see Rohit, a.k.a. Hakeem Zayn here, get this opportunity. I still think there's more chances for him down the road in this company like this, sooner rather than later, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
Anything else you want to mention before we?
No, overall great show, great night. Enjoyed watching it with you. On my third soda and pretzel.
I've had a ridiculous amount of these. So.
But yeah.
Do you want to do more of these with me?
I am open to whatever you want.
Okay.
I am your bitch.
Are you? Oh God.
See, you're regretting it, aren't you?
I'm regretting it already. No kidding. Oh boy. So yeah, good show. I've really enjoyed reviewing these. I did not review the first one. Bad timing. A little bit of real life got involved in that one. But
boring.
Yeah, I know. So and but yeah, I can't wait for the next one. I don't know how many they're going to be doing. I'll have to ask Trent and see how many. Are they going to just keep these going? Are they going to, is this next one the last one? I have no idea. So, but they're doing a great job with these. The production value has been great.
Yep.
Couple audio hiccups, but this one, I don't think there was like any problems at all.
No, it was a little weird. The music in the background, it wasn't like this. The volume wasn't really high, so you had to really listen out for the songs, but that's minor stuff. That's just live show stuff.
Yeah. Because like when it's not all pumped into the same thing, that's what you get. So, so that is AAW Alive 3, live from Chi-Town. Trent's
now,
company.
are they going to do an AAW Dead? Or AAW in bad condition? Or are they all just alive?
They're all alive. Alive is part of the comeback.
Now I'm just going to have that song stuck in my head. I feel so alive for the very first time.
See, Trent and I were cracking the joke that it's like Kiss Alive 1, 2, 3 was in 93. Kiss Alive 4 was, yeah. I actually really liked Kiss Alive 3. I'm pretty sure I owned that on cassette tape somewhere in my lifetime. I know that goes way back, but yeah, that was
first cassette tape. Whoop, there it is, the single. Yep. First full cassette tape, Jock Jams #3. Still got them. I still own them.
Are you serious?
Yep. I love to listen to me some Chris Berman talking about whatever song was coming up next. Fantastic.
Oh my God. Truck, you finally made it in here, dude. What is up? Dude, he was all over Twitter talking about this show tonight. He was,
as he should be. That's his job.
Yes. Good seeing you in here, Truck. We're just about to wrap things up. Critical Sting. A cassette? Dead face emoji. Or dizzy emoji, excuse me. Not dead face emoji.
Give it time. It'll become trendy. Just like vinyl is trendy now, cassettes will become trendy.
Some of the bands out there are putting out cassettes.
No, they're not, are they?
Yeah, it's rare.
Oh, dear Lord. If
One
I
of the
see
last
a K-pop cassette, I'm going to lose it.
I'm pretty sure Limp Bizkit, one of their last releases in the last 5 years, they put out on cassette.
That's fantastic. It probably costs them more to do that than anything else.
Well, yeah, it's a production thing. It's crazy. But yeah, some people do it. So, that is AAW Live 3 from Chi-Town. Really enjoyed the show. Can't wait till December 10th. The return of Canadian strong style Josh Alexander. You've seen him on Impact Wrestling, one half of the North. Do not miss it, folks.
Some would say the best half.
Oh.
I love me some Ethan, but Josh is the team.
They are uniquely different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Josh is a beast. So yeah, I can't wait to see what he does when he comes back. So for this guy right here, I'm Jaybone.
I am Greg.
You know what to do when we get out of here. We smash that like button, we smash that sub button, and we ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my how's that go?
Ding ding ding.
Yes.
It works. Like, share, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Help out
There
Jaybone.
we go.
He's got kids.
Yes. And lollipops and
yes. Those things don't come cheap.
No. $10 for 300, folks. It's a budget.
Big money right there. Money bags right there.
Big diabetes coming.
Hey, maybe you could do the next. What was the popcorn guy? The diabetes commercial guy? Why can't I remember his name?
Brimley?
Yes. You could just be him. Take his spot. Do you have the diabetes? Don't eat lollipops every day.
You need to eat more oatmeal. Less lollipops.
Yes.
I may not be an intelligent man, but I know what diabetes is.
And by the way, Hakeem, only gameplay on floppy disk, Oregon Trail.
Oh, hell yeah, Oregon Trail.
Only game allowed. And you better catch dysentery along the way.
On that note, we're going to get out of here. Good night, folks. We'll see you next time. The hell is tonight? Thursday. Tomorrow, head over to TNI. This is a must. We are going to be doing a live reaction to Talkin' Shop A Mania 2, The Rise of the Torturer.
Karate Man.
Yes, the debut of the Karate Man. You're going to have debuts of different stables show up.
A lot of nut punches.
Nut punches galore. Dude, the main event is a nut for a nut match. I mean, get out of here.
You can live with just one nut. You don't need to.
It's gonna be horribly wonderful.
Just like
Retribution is gonna be there too. So yeah, we're gonna be covering it live. Join us. I can't wait because this has been a shit year. I need some laughs. Yeah, that's it. Good night.
Bye.